Nation, it's game day, baby. What's going on, Nation? We are back with another video. Like I said, guys, Dr. Nate will not be able to join us. He still has some things going on, but he will be returning soon, and everything's good. Nothing's going on, personally, like anything negative. It's all positive vibes over here at Raiders Primos. But we still wanted to make some content for you guys. We wanted to come out with a video. We wanted to give our keys to the game that me and Nate discussed, before we made this video. And we also want to give you guys our injury report going into today's game. Give you guys who's out, give you guys who's questionable, and then really just give our final thoughts on today's game. But first, we're going to start with our injury report. Our injury report, we have J.M. Brown, we have Matt Collins, Foster Moreau, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, Jermaine Illuminor, Chandler Jones, and Dylan Parham. As you guys know, Darren Waller is out for this game. J.M. Brown and Matt Collins and Hunter Renfrow are both questionable for today's game. Foster Moreau is looking like he is going to play. He is not questionable. Jermaine Illuminor, he was full on Friday. He did not. He did practice, but got added on Friday. But he is going to play. Chandler Jones just had rest. Dylan Parham was dealing with the illness. But he is going to play. So really, it's just Jaylen Brown and Matt Collins and Hunter Renfrow guys that are questionable. Matt Collins is dealing with a heel injury. Jaylen Brown is dealing with a hamstring injury. And Hunter Renfrow is dealing with a hip injury that he suffered in practice. We then go to the Houston Texans, who got Maliek Collins full. He did not practice on Wednesday, but he was full Thursday and Friday, so he is going to play. Jerry Hughes is going to play also. He was full Thursday and Friday also. Chris Moore, their wide receiver, is still questionable. Nico Collins went full Thursday and Friday. Chris Moore did go full Thursday and Friday also, but they still have him questionable. Nico Collins is looking like he is going to play, being full. Austin DeCoulis dealing with the ankle. They're out, offensive lineman. He was full Friday, but limited Wednesday and Thursday. He's questionable, so let's keep an eye on that. Brevon Jordan, their tight end, dealing with the ankle. He was full Thursday and Friday, but he is questionable. Jonathan Grenard, their defensive lineman, was dealing with the calf. He is out for this game. So really, both the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders are both coming into this game. Yeah, they still have injuries on their side, but for the most part, they are coming in healthy. They both have one guy out. Darren Waller, like I said, guys, has not been making an impact at all this season. I think him being on the injury report really isn't making me go like, oh man, like we need him out there. I mean, of course we need him out there. We need all of our star players out there, but he hasn't been that star player this season. Foster Moreau has been a better tight end probably than Darren Waller this season. Probably not stat wise, but when he's in there, he makes an impact. So that's what I'm looking for in today's game. With Foster Moreau in there, we didn't have him against the Chiefs because he had an injury. With Foster Moreau being in there and Jeff Horsted actually had a couple good plays against the Chiefs. So, let's not sleep on Horsted and let's not sleep on Moreau. And I think if I'm Darren Waller, now the thing is, we're going to probably talk about this during the game. That brings me to my reminder of the day, guys. This is what we were trying to hold, surprise you guys. We will be live with Andy on Raiders Football Talk during the game. So guys, go over to Raiders Football Talk. If you guys haven't, go hit that subscribe button. Go hit those likes on those videos. He be having fire shows, breakdowns, pre-games for every game, and also hit that bell so you guys can get notified when we go live for the game. So I hope I see you guys in the chat on Raiders Football Talk. But going back to the game, we have Darren Waller, and it's like I feel like he could be he. Where do we go with that? Where do we go from there? If Moreau and Horsted, they take a leap. They have a good game today. Yeah, you can be like, oh, it's the Houston Texans. That's why they had a good game. Well, this Houston Texans defense should not be slept on. Are they? Are they a bad team? I would say not necessarily. Their record isn't who they are necessarily. If we're to go to the stats for the defense the Houston Texans, they are number 4, tied for 4th in the league for defense. They are 22nd in points given up. They are 23rd in sacks. They're 7th in interceptions, 13th in total turnovers. That's the team. As a defense, they are 8th. They're 4th in points allowed. They're 18 in yards given up, 12th in passing yards, 7th in pass attempt. They're number 1 in pass completion percentage, and they're number 2 in pass touchdowns allowed. But they are 27th in rush yards allowed. So I feel like we're gonna get to the keys of the game, but that's something to point out. And they're 14th in rushing touchdowns allowed. They are 4th in turnovers. They're 13 in red zone attempts. They are 5th in red zone touchdowns. I'm telling you guys, this is a sneaky good defense. This defense cannot be slept on. They are 4th in red zone touchdown percentage. And on first downs, they are 10th in giving up first downs. They are 20th in third down percentages. And they are 3rd and 4th down percentages. So third down, we probably could win that battle because they're in the middle of the pack. But if you go down to the Raiders, they're 25th in third down percentage. So both offenses really can get after these both defenses. But if I'm being honest, Houston has that upper hand when it comes to the defense. But real quick, I want to get into the keys of the game, guys. Let's get into the keys of the game. So with my keys to the game, I really, some of them are really like old because I feel like this team lives and dies by our number 1 key to the game. But our number 3 key to the game, and I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna bring some stats up to support this. We got to defend the run. Dameon Pierce is a killer. He is a killer on for the Houston Texans. They may not have a good offense. Their offense is 32nd ranked in the league, but mostly is because of the points. The points that they have scored is only 86. The plays they ran is 293 to comparing to the total yards that they have is 1456. But I'm going to give you guys the rankings of their offense. So right now their passing yard offense is 28th. Their pass completions is 27th. Passing touchdowns is 26th. Rush yards is 29th. Rush attempts is 31st. But like I said, now the rankings are going to show that, but it's really Dameon Pierce. They're 31st in total touchdowns. They're 32nd in red zone attempts, 29th in red zone touchdowns. Red zone touchdown percentage, they are 10th. And first downs, they are 31st. Third down percentage, they are 31st. Fourth down percentage, they are 23rd. For thrown interceptions, they are 9th. Turnovers, they are 10th. So they don't turn over the ball a lot. They do give up quite a bit of sacks, but they're in the middle of the pack. They are 13 in sacks. To give you an actual number, they gave up 12 sacks on the season, same as the Raiders offensive line. But there's no reason Max Crosby, the way he's playing right now, I expect him to get after the quarterback. Let me see. So that is why I say we need to defend the run. Dameon Pierce, I'm gonna bring it up for you guys. This guy is a bad man. If you look at his stats on the season, he has 86 attempts, 412 yards rushing, 4.8 average, and 3 touchdowns. But in the last 4 games, in week 1, he didn't really have a splash game. He had 11 attempts for 33 yards, but he was getting better as the weeks were going by. Against the Broncos, he had 15 attempts, 69 yards, 4.6 average. Against the Bears, he had 20 attempts, 80 yards, a touchdown. Versus the Chargers, 14 attempts, a buck 31, 9.4 yards average with 1 touchdown. And then against the Jaguars, he had 26 attempts, 99 yards, and a touchdown. He is on a touchdown tear right now. He has scored a touchdown at least one time in the past 3 games. So that is something to be notified about. We have to defend the run. Now, I already brought this up. Red zone, red zone, red zone. As you guys seen, the red zone defense for the Houston Texans are good. They are 5th. Like I said, they are 4th. Let me see. They're 4th or 5th, sorry, 5th ranked in red zone touchdowns given up. The offense, if you go to our offense now, you go to the Raiders offense, our red zone touchdown rank is 25th. Touchdown percentage, red zone touchdown percentage, how many times we scored in the red zone and having the attempts. We're 14 attempts, but 20th in red zone touchdowns. To give you guys an actual stat, what does that look like? Edwin, what are you talking about? So we had 19 trips, guys, to the red zone. We only scored 9 touchdowns out of that. Out of the 19 red zone trips, we only scored 9 touchdowns. Our red zone touchdown percentage is 47.4. And that's not something to be happy about because we have Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Foster Moreau, Josh Jacobs. We have a top 10 quarterback. Why are we not scoring in the red zone? We had these red zone ones with John Gruden, with Richie B, and we thought they were going to be fixed with Josh McDaniels. That red zone offense has to click today. I feel we are going to get some red zone trips. Defense might even shorten the field. Who knows? They might get some turnovers. This defense is playing at a high level. After, what the game they had against the Chiefs, yeah, did they give it 4 touchdowns? They did. But to still give our offense an opportunity to win the game, you cannot take that away from them. They still did what they needed to do to put the Raiders in a position to win the game. Because doesn't matter how you start, matters how you finish. When the Raiders defense needed to get a stop, when they needed to stop the Chiefs in order to give our offense the ball back, they did that. And they will do that again today. I trust this defense. This offense, though, I cannot say the same. Which offense are we going to see? Are we going to see a first half team where they scored 24 points and then they can't do nothing in the second half? Or are we going to get a second half team where it's too little too late? Or that the Houston Texans are just a bad team, so you still are like in the game, but the second half is when you start scoring. I want to see a complete football game from the Raiders. That is how they're going to win this game. The Houston Texans cannot be slept on. We got EP Scorpio up in here. We could easily, I'm assuming he said we could easily win. Yes, we can. We can easily win this game, but it comes down to our red zone. Now, our number one key to the game, establish our run game. I said this, guys. Houston Texans running defense, even though they're number 4 ranked in the league, their rushing defense is by far the shakiest. 27 rushing yards they're giving up. 21 in rush attempts they're giving up. To give you guys the actual stat line of what's that look like, they have given up 824 rushing yards on the year, and they also gave up 5 rushing touchdowns. And it seems teams are running it down their throats, pause, if necessary, because they have 162 rushing attempts that people are doing against them. Run the football. That's all I'm going to say is run the football. Because then if you look at the Raiders and you look at our rushing offense, the Raiders rushing offense is pretty much in the middle of the pack. We are 20th in rushing yard, 31st. That's the problem right there, though. 31st in rushing attempts. We need to establish the running game more because we're 23rd in rushing touchdowns. Again, we're in the middle of the pack, but then that's going to bring me up to our bell cow, Josh Jacobs. He is our bell cow. In the past 3 games, really, I wouldn't say he had one bad game. He had a decent game. So this is his stats game by game. Week 1, 10 carries, 57 yards, 5.7 yards a carry. Week 2, 19 attempts. He has 69 yards, 3.6 yards a carry. And then this is where he really started taking off. 13 attempts, 66 yards, 5.1 yards a carry. Then against the Broncos, 28 attempts, a buck 44, 5.1 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. Against the Chiefs, he had 21 carries, 154 yards, 7.3 average yards with 1 touchdown. This Texans defense cannot stop the run. If Josh McDaniels does not run the football, this game can get ugly very, very quick. He cannot put the game in Derek Carr's hands. This Houston Texans defense will take advantage of the passing game. They are good in the passing game. But if you establish this run, you take the pressure off of Derek Carr and you take the pressure off the offense having to make deep passes like maybe like a 20-yard pass, 15. Make it 2nd and 5. Make it 3rd and 2. Make it a short yardage gain to get by running the football. And the way Josh McDaniels or Josh Jacobs is running the football, why not give it to Josh Jacobs? He is a beast right now. He is on a different level of running the football. Why are you not giving Josh Jacobs the ball more? That's what he should do. EP Scorpio says we can easily go on a 6-game winning streak if we execute and play 4 quarters. That is what I'm hoping, but we got to take it 1 game at a time. Based off what we see today, will determine can the Raiders go on a 6-game win streak. But then we need to see consistency, right? We need to see consistency. So that means if we win today, can they do it against New Orleans next week? Can they do it against the Jaguars the following week? Can they do it against Cole? They need to be consistent. Consistent teams win football games. You can't be inconsistent. And you would be lucky in the NFL to have a bad game and still win. That is when luck is on your side. Now, like I said, guys, this was going to be a quick live. I didn't want to come on for too long, so we're going to jump into it, give our final predictions. And my final predictions, like I said, we got to run the football. The Texans are not a good running football team or defending wise. So Josh Jacobs, just establish the football with him. Hell, get Zamir White touches. I don't like Brandon Bolden getting touches, but fuck, if it's running the football, establish the running game. You got to establish the running game. Get the pressure off of Derek Carr. Get screen passes involved. Get play action involved. Like, that's what you need to do. So my final score for the game, guys, is going to be 17-34. The Raiders I feel like the Raiders are going to get probably a couple touchdowns late in the game to really put the game away. It's not going to be like a blowout where like the Raiders are just running away with this game like from the second quarter, third quarter. I think they're going to get maybe they're going to get like late touchdowns late in the game. So I say 34-17 Raiders. Like I said, I know the score looks like it's a blowout, but I feel like the game itself is actually going to feel closer than what the score is going to come out to be. EP Scorpio says Raiders need to control the game, but please, Raiders, don't beat yourself in the last minutes of the game. This is facts. Like I said, the Houston Texans take over turnovers. They take over turnover. Like, they are a top getting turnovers, intercepting the football, getting fumbles. We cannot beat ourselves by mental mistakes, whether it's running the wrong routes, whether it's dropping passes, it's, throwing untimely interceptions or fumbling the football. We cannot beat ourselves. EP Scorpio hit it right on the button. And all these 4 losses, guys, the Raiders beat themselves. I know people will say Chiefs beat the Raiders or, Chargers beat the Raiders, Cardinals beat. No, the Raiders beat the Raiders. Because in all 4 losses, they could have easily won those games. But they didn't because the Raiders beat themselves. Salute to you, Demenis. Hey, Demenis, if you're in the chat, share this around. We are actually going to be on Raiders Football Talk with Andy during the game live later today. We are going to see the chat. We're going to see you. You know, I'm going to be able to talk to you guys. I'm going to be able to talk to Andy, give my opinion on the game as it's happening. Like I said, also, if you guys are living in the Bay Area, the game is not going to be shown in the Bay Area, which sucks for me and Andy, considering we both live in the Bay. So we're going to be using a stream website to stream the game. I'm going to be using NFL Plus. I don't know what he's going to be using, but I want to see you guys there. So go to Raiders Football Talk if you haven't, and hit that bell so you guys can be notified when we go live. Also, if you guys haven't already, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, share the link around, share the love. Let's get as many Raider fans up in the chats as possible. Hit the like and hit that bell so you guys can be notified when we go live or when we drop a short video. But that is that. And AP Scorpio says 35-17 Raiders. I can see that, AP Scorpio, but I want to ask you something. Do you think it's going to be like a blowout through the entire game, or do you kind of feel like where I was leading with it, like Raiders maybe get some last-minute touchdowns to really put this game away, that it's going to be closer than really what the score is showing? That's my personal opinion. I think it's not going to be a blowout, guys. I think it's going – okay, he says, yeah. I think it's going to be close throughout the game. We're going to have to get our blood pressure cuffs because it's going to be closer than it's feeling. But I think the Raiders then maybe even in the fourth quarter, maybe not even late in the game, but maybe in the fourth quarter, they get maybe like 2 touchdowns to really, you know, take the lead. Like, yeah, it could be like 21-17, but then they get, you know, 2 touchdowns and final score could be 35-17 where they just, you know, they run away with it at that point. It's just too late. But, oh, Demenis, bro, I will see you there, bro. I will see you there. But, yes, guys, you know, just want to come quick, really quick live. I was at a birthday party yesterday, so sorry for my voice, guys. It is gone, but that is not going to stop me from, you know, sharing the love to you guys because you guys make this channel possible. You guys make it possible. This is, you know, I'm so happy how big this channel has grown. Let me take all of this off, guys, real quick. But yeah, this channel has grown so much. We are at 130 subs. Our goal is to get to 500 by the end of the season. By the end of the season, that is when we are going. We are hoping to get to 500. If it doesn't happen, hey, we are going to keep grinding. We are going to keep putting content out for you guys because, you know, we appreciate you guys. We want to keep you guys updated. We love you guys. We love you guys. It is game day. Let's get hype. And my man Garrett Parker coming in late. Hey, it's all right. You came in late, bro. You could go back and watch it. It's only a quick 22-minute video. But I bet he's happy also because he got Christian McCaffrey. His Niners got Christian McCaffrey. I'm like, bro, they still, oh man, all that just to lose in the playoffs. That's crazy, bro. Couldn't be the Raiders. You know why? Because we won't even make the playoffs. Just kidding. Hopefully, who knows, bro? NFL's been crazy. One game at a time, guys. One game at a time. If we win against Houston, I'm not saying we're making the playoffs. I'm not saying anything. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to enjoy the win, but we do got to pump the brakes on that. If we win, guys, got to pump the brakes. We got to pump the brakes on playoff talk until this Raiders team proves us wrong that they are a playoff caliber team. But with that, guys, like I said, we are going to be on Raiders Football Talk. So go over to Raiders Football Talk. We're going to be with Andy later today, and we're going to be talking that shit with the Raiders. Bro, I appreciate it, Demenis. No, that's why I'm saying I love you guys because I know you guys will do it for us. You know, it's all because of you guys, why the channel grows. You know, we just put content out there. We scream at the camera like idiots because we're upset with our team. But it's you guys that share the link, share the channel around, and, you know, get us up to having a lot of subscribers and having a lot of Raiders fans coming in, giving themselves an opportunity to, like, we can hear their opinion, get their opinion across. That is why we made this. We want to talk Raiders football with you guys. We want to give you guys a place where your opinions are heard, that, you know, we can, you know, you guys got a place to vent. You guys got a place to vent. You guys got a place to share whatever is on your mind, whether it's Raiders football or just NFL in general. We are here for that. So this is all because of you guys, bro. We love you guys. But yeah, so go, like I said, hey, that's what I'm saying. If we go on a 4-game win streak, then maybe we start talking playoffs again. We maybe start talking playoffs. But I say we got to get back to 500 or over 500 in order for me to be like, okay, playoffs we can start. But let's hope, guys, these first 5 games did not hurt us. Hopefully the loss against Chiefs, Titans, and Chargers are not going to hurt us down the road. But like I said, guys, we're going to get out of here. Go to Raiders Football Talk, guys. I can't stress this enough. Go to Raiders Football Talk. Go subscribe to him. Puts fire content out there. Go hit that like button if he's already got the thumbnail up. Go like it up. Hit the bell so you guys can be notified when we go live later today for the live watch party. Bro, Raiders Primos, we are out.